All right, that's it for your swear tos.
Yes, that's all the swear tos I have, correct.
Okay. All right, so I think we'll have, who's coming in first, Paramore? Oh, Anderson, okay. All right, I believe, is this Mr. Anderson, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so this is going to be case number 21S920, people of the state of Michigan versus Sherman Lewis Anderson. Mr. Shimke, you're there?
Yes, I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shevke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to arraignment, we waive formal reading. My client stands muted. He has been advised of his constitutional rights. We are prepared to proceed. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Shimke. And sir, tell us your name for the record.
Sure, Sherman Anderson,
And what's your address, sir?
18917 Whittingham, Detroit, Michigan, 42221.
And do you have a phone number?
Yeah, 734-765-8171.
And do you have an email address?
Not one that I use particularly
Okay,
unless it's work.
that's fine. All right, you're here for arraignment, sir, on this charge of carrying a concealed weapon. It's a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison. It is a felony charge. The maximum fine could be up to $2,500. So you are waiving the formal reading of that complaint and standing a mute. So you understand the charge?
Yes.
All right, so the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and advise you that you certainly have a right to remain silent as to anything involving this charge. Anything that you say orally or in writing could be held against you in court. You do have the right to have an attorney representing you at all phases of these proceedings, and especially during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed to you at court expense, at public expense. All right. So you wish to have an attorney to represent you at this time.
Yes.
All right. Let me get just a little bit of information on you, sir. Were you working before you picked up this charge?
Yes.
All right. And you planning on hiring your own lawyer, or would you like the court to appoint one for you?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, well, let's find out. Where do you work?
Sure, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree.
Family Dollar, and how much do you make there?
85,000 annual.
$85,000 a year?
Yes.
Okay, and what kind of bills do you have?
Mortgage. I have a
Tell me
4-year-old son.
how much is your mortgage? How much is your mortgage? Let's start one by one.
Sure, 1,000.
$1,000 a month?
Yes.
Okay, and then do you have insurance on your house?
Yes.
And how much you
300.
pay for that? Or is that in your mortgage?
300. No, it's separate.
Okay, all right. Do you have a utility bills?
Yes.
How much? Break them down. How much for your
Well,
DTE?
Sure, DT 350.
Okay.
Water.
Do you have to?
Water.
Do you have
75.
consumers? Wait a minute. Which
No,
one is 370?
DTE.
DTE is 350. What else did you say? I didn't hear you.
And then I said Detroit water and sewage, 75. Cable communications, 300. Cell phone for myself, my wife, and mother-in-law, it's about 400, 450.
What bills do you pay
My
regularly?
son's tuition, he's autistic, and so he's at U of M early education. That's 1,000 a month. And
Do you
babysitting
have
on the days that he's not at school.
I couldn't hear that last part.
Sorry, and babysitting the days that he's not at school. He's in school Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so Tuesday and Thursday, a babysitter is paid for child.
Well, how much is that?
That's just 300 for the 2 days, so 150 a day. And I also pay for.
So
my
how much
mother's
is
home.
that? How much is that per month? Do you pay in babysitting? I'm doing this by month. So you're telling
Oh,
me
so-
it's $1,000 a
Sure.
month for his tuition?
Correct.
How much is it monthly for his civic services?
Well, that's split between me and my wife, 600 for myself and 600 for her.
Okay, so you pay 600, okay? Do you have credit cards?
Yes.
How much in credit card debt do you pay monthly?
Not much, no more than 400 a month.
Okay, and what about
I have my
car
mother's
note?
home care.
You have what?
Sorry, my mother's home care. I pay
Your
for
mother's
a
home
considerable.
care. What is your mother's home care?
She has MS, and so currently she's not mobile. She's bedridden, and so I pay someone to
Okay.
come there during the days at work.
How much do you pay for that monthly?
That's 480 a month, or excuse me, 480 a week.
So, okay, so 480, let's say times a 4-week month, that'll give you $1,920.
Yes, and that's about.
You
that's
pay-
about it.
Do you have a car note?
No,
What about car insurance?
car insurance. Yes, that's
How
about
much you-
150.
150 a month?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a mortgage at $1,000 a month. I've got your insurance for the house at $300 a month. I've got DTE $350. I've got $75 water bill per month. I've got a cable bill at $300 a month. I've got a cell phone for numerous people at $400 a month. Tuition for your child at $1,000 a month. Sitter costs you split, yours is $600 a month. Credit cards, $400 a month. Home care for your mother, $1,920 a month. And we just said $150. That's car insurance. Anything else that you think of? Do you have any judgments? What about child support payments?
No, ma'am.
And nothing else you're paying on that you can think of? Okay, so that total is about $6,495. You make about $85,000. What do you bring home after taxes?
After I'd say 60 something.
68?
Maybe 60, 65.
Okay, let's ballpark it at $65,000. And we'll divide that by 12 months. And you're making, that'll bring you $5,416 a month. And you're paying out $6,495 is what you just told me.
Right. And I
That
have
sound
my
about-
wife. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any savings?
Yes.
How much do you have savings?
About 10,000.
Any stocks and bonds?
No.
Any other source of income?
No.
How many kids?
One.
And you're married?
I'm sorry?
And you're married, correct?
No, will be engaged.
Okay, so you're engaged, but you're not married.
Correct.
Okay. Mm. Well, considering the fact that you're actually, looks like you're paying out more or very close to what you make, the only thing I've got is $10,000 worth of savings. I'm going to go ahead and appoint your counsel.
Okay.
All right. And so you have a right, sir, to have a preliminary examination on your felony charge. And that is going to occur within 21 days of your arraignment date and within 7 days of your next court date, which is the probable cause conference date. So you have a quick turnaround that you can have your preliminary examination. And we're going to set this for a probable cause conference date. Mr. Anderson, it's going to be before me. The date is going to be December 15th, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. That will be on Zoom. So if you make bond, you will call in on Zoom. If you do not, we will of course get you the way we got you today at the jail. So December 15th at 1:30. As to bond, Mr. Dutcher.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Stacy Dutcher, Pretrial Services, and you can still hear me okay?
Yes.
He declined to interview with me today. He requested to first speak with an attorney. No interview done on him. My records show 39-year-old male. Last known address, the address he gave you, 18917 Woodingham Road, Detroit, Michigan, 48227. I've given you a complete copy of his criminal history, which looks like it pretty much consists of misdemeanor and or traffic-related misdemeanor matters. I did get a chance to look at the police report real quick, and it did indicate that the alleged weapon that got him this charge is actually registered to him. He actually had a CPL at one time. However, that CPL is now expired, and that's the reason he's charged today. He doesn't have any wants or holds. He's not on probation or parole. Even though this is a felony matter, it is a non-assaulted felony matter. For those reasons, pretrial services respectfully recommend the defendant be released with the condition that you not allow him to possess any firearms or dangerous weapons. Thank you.
Okay. Anything, Mr. Shimkin?
Yes, Your Honor. In this circumstance, I had a long talk with my client. He indicated that he will appear at any and all future court dates. He obviously has a lot of responsibility. I would be respectfully requesting a personal bond or at least something feasible so that he can return to his family. Obviously, no objection to the provision regarding firearms. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Anderson, you don't have any history of failing to appear from what I see. It is true, most of what you had were misdemeanor matters. Most of them were dismissed. There was 3 matters that you have pled guilty on. So I do believe you're likely to appear in this matter. So I'm going to set a personal bond. It's going to be a $2,500 personal bond in this matter. Conditions of the bond are possess no firearms or weapons. That's it. So your next court date is what I told you before me, December 15th, 1:30 on Zoom.
Judge, can you please explain the 2,500 personal bond? This is
You don't have
2,500
to
in
post
cash.
any money, sir, but you're gonna owe me that amount if you don't come. Okay?
I definitely will. Okay, thank you.
So you should be released if you have nothing else holding you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so you're all set, sir. Go knock on the door so they can let the next person in.
We take lead. Leave off. Yes.
And the domestic violence too. No. If they've already got a warrant, we usually will keep what somebody said, unless there's a good reason to change it. All right, so this is case number 21S 919, people of City of Southfield versus Dupree, Cantrell, Paramore.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke appearing on behalf of my client. This time, consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to arraignment, we waive formal reading. My client stands mute. He has been advised of his constitutional rights. We are prepared to proceed.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shemke. Sir, what is your name?
Dupree Paramore. Dupree
Mr.
Cantrell.
Paramore?
Yes,
Thank you. What is your address?
24912 Larkin, Southfield, Michigan, 48033.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
313-778-9045.
And do you have an email?
I don't have an email.
Okay, that's okay. And so, Mr. Paramore, on this matter, you are here for arraignment on one count of domestic violence. It is a 93-day misdemeanor with up to a $500 fine. We are waiving the formal reading of the charges, and you're going to stand mute, and the court is going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf at this time. And I also advise you that you do have the right to have an attorney to represent you at all stages of the proceedings. You also have a right to have a trial in this matter. It could be a trial by judge or by a jury. And if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, the court will appoint a lawyer for you at public expense if you're eligible. And the next stage of these proceedings will be a pre-trial. All right.
Okay.
The pre-trial date is going to be December 17th, 10:15 a.m. It will be on Zoom video technology. If you get out on bond, you should call in on the Zoom number. If you're in, we will contact you through the jail as we did today. The judge is Judge Deborah Nance. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is a domestic violence matter. We have some information, Mr. Dutcher, as to bond.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Stacy Dutcher, Pretrial Services. He did a full interview with me. I tried to get a hold of the alleged victim in the matter, which is his daughter. I did not speak with that person. And I'm pretty sure you're aware that he also has another matter here out of the 46th District Court, a violation of probation warrant. He has an additional bench warrant out of the 36th District Court. That's a traffic-related misdemeanor matter. And he has a no support out of Third Circuit Court, which that warrant was really old. That warrant was from 1996. Let's see, provide the following information. 51-year-old single man, 4 children, 2 adult children, 1 11 and 1 12-year-old. He doesn't have any custody of his children. Lived at the address with his mother, 24912 Larkins, Southfield, Michigan, 48033. His daughter, who is the alleged victim in the matter, also has recently been staying there. He indicated to me his mother is currently in the hospital, that he's been unemployed since June of 2020. He was working prior to that. He took some time off. His mom's been in and out of the hospital and he ended up losing that job. He told me that he applied for unemployment. However, there's some type of ID identity fraud against him and or something that's happening in, I think he said, Indiana, where someone else is getting his unemployment benefits. Let's see, did report that he has a medical marijuana card, that he did consume alcohol prior to this alleged incident, that he does suffer from physical health issues. He denied any mental health issues. I did already indicate that he does have other bench warrants outstanding against him. He told me that he's in heavy financial crisis right now, that since he's been unemployed since June of 2020 and not receiving any unemployment, that he's also cashed out his retirement. He has no money, and he's indicated to me that's why he has the warrants outstanding. He indicated to me because he doesn't have any money, he's unable to test for part of his probation. He's unable to take care of his traffic matters out of 36th District Court, and obviously he's unable to pay his FOC matters. I did look at his criminal history. I don't show he has anything prior, any assault of prior criminal history on his record. And since he does have a lot of other things on his plate, pretrial services on this matter would respectfully recommend that he be released with the following conditions. That he can't use any alcohol or controlled substances. He's actually out on bond for the matter. On probation for OWI second. That he should not possess any firearms or dangerous weapons. That he should have no contact with his daughter. I showed as a pre-Darnell. She is currently living at the Larkin Street address. For that reason, I'll ask that he have no contact with that address until further order of this court. And because I do not have an alternate release address and he could not provide one to me, I'm asking that he provide one within 24 hours of his release. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Shimkin.
Yes, around the circumstance, my client indicated that he would appear in any and all future court dates. He'd respectfully request any leniency and when considering a bond today. We thank you for that consideration. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Well, the defendant has a history apparently of not appearing on things like no insurance and his support warrant that was mentioned. And he also has a probation violation warrant, which kind of speaks to his potential lack of compliance here at the 46th District Court. He has a $2,500 cash for surety bond on that. This is a serious offense with a child involved. So the court is going to issue a bond in this matter of $3,000 cash for surety, no 10%. And these conditions. No firearms. There'll be pretrial services supervision first. No firearms and no other weapons should be possessed. No contact with the complainant, who is his daughter, April Darnell. Do not go back to 24912 Larkin Street while the case is pending. That's in the city of Southfield. Provide a release address within 24 hours. Do not consume any alcohol or unprescribed drugs of any kind without a doctor's prescription. Of course, that's what unprescribed means. So those are the conditions on the bond. And then, of course, your next court date, again, on this one is December 17th, 10:15 a.m. on Zoom before Judge Nance. Yes, as far as the lawyer is concerned, since you're not working, sir, are you interested in having a lawyer appointed?
Yes, I would like a lawyer, but I also need a lawyer to get my unemployment release. I would
Okay,
deal
well, we
with
can't
this
help you with,
all
we
the time.
can't help you with that. This lawyer is just for this case. It's a criminal case. So if
Yeah.
you want to hire the lawyer for something else, you could be free to do that. The lawyer may take the case on a contingent fee, but you have to talk to them about that. They're just representing you on this case. And do you have any savings of any kind? I know you're not working.
I wiped out my 401k over this year or so, trying to keep up my bills.
Okay,
I was going
that's
back
okay.
and forth taking testing, and they gave me
What-
tickets.
Okay, well,
I
I
had
think you're
traveled-
eligible. You don't have any income right now. You don't have any savings, and you do have bills from what you've just said. So we're gonna find you eligible for a court-appointed attorney. And someone will be present at the next court date for you, okay? On this one.
Yes,
All right, so
Yeah.
now we're gonna move forward. You have another case here, Mr. Paramore.
okay.
This is this is your OWI second offense. This is case number 20S01061SP. This is People State of Michigan versus Dupree Paramore. Okay, I can't hear you, Mr. Shimke. I see you talking.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shepke, preparing on behalf of my client. At this time, we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom as to arraignment waive oral reading. My client stands muted.
Thank you. And again, Mr. Paramore, you don't need to repeat it. I think we've got your current address, your current phone number, and the fact that you do not have an email address. And let's see what your charges are. I do see one count of All right, there were 2 counts originally, 1 count was dismissed. This is 1 count of operating while intoxicated, second or subsequent offense. So the maximum penalty on this charge could be up to 1 year in the county jail. Now, you certainly do have a right to have a trial on this matter, but it looks like you failed to appear for an actual sentencing.
I pled
So
guilty to the
you failed to
charge.
appear. Let me tell you what I see. You failed to appear for sentencing, sir, on an OWI second, where the maximum penalty is up to 1 year. The maximum fine is up to $1,000. You were supposed to have appeared on October the 28th of 2021 before Judge Cynthia M. Arvant. And so she's already set a bond of $2,500 cash or surety in this matter. So that bond is going to be continued. You are going to have some conditions though on the bond, which on this one is pretrial services supervision. Do not drive unless you have a valid driver's license or restricted license. Do not possess or consume any alcohol of any kind, nor any drugs without a doctor's prescription. If you get out, you are to submit to drug and alcohol testing and monitoring. And you will provide a release address within 24 hours. Your next court date for sentencing is going to be December 15th, 9:45 a.m. on Zoom before Judge Arvant, Judge Cynthia M. Arvant. All right, so you're all set for today. And if you'd like a lawyer on this one, we will appoint you a lawyer. Would you like a lawyer for this case too, sir?
Yes, can I talk to my lawyer right here?
This lawyer is just for arraignment purposes only, sir. So if you have a question about the arraignment, which we've just finished, that's the only thing
Yeah.
we can handle. You have to get, you're
Yeah,
gonna get
that's
a
what I-
different lawyer for the case, okay? So
Okay,
you want a lawyer for this case? We will assign you one for this one as well.
yeah,
They'll be there for you December 15th before Judge Arvant.
And Judge, what was the bond on the second case, please?
$2,500 cash and surety.
Thank you.
All right, so step this way.
and what was?
Thank you, Your
the
Honor. Have a
first
good
one?
afternoon.
What was the first one? Excuse me,
First what?
Come on, sir.
the
It was
first
a
bond,
3,000 cash and surety.
3,000 cash. All right, step on out.
Thank you, Judge. You and your staff have a lovely day.